Nothing blows my mind more than the way that so many women, when they get divorced, suddenly need like $2,000 a month per child. They literally go from making like $2,000 a month total for a family of 4 or 5 and making that work and stretching the income. But suddenly when they're a single mother, they need like $2,000 and they don't think that it's because they want their ex-husband to pay their entire way. Let's just call it what it is. It's because women think that they are entitled to their ex-husband paying their way for the rest of their lives. They expect these men to give them enough money to support his household and her household, and when he can't do that, then he's a bum-ass loser. And when he can't do that and he can only afford a 1-bedroom apartment, then that's not suitable enough for the children and he gets less time. But what does he do with that extra time? He ends up getting an extra job because he's got to pay for 2 households. But wait, y'all never want to talk about how y'all made it work with like $2,000, some households way less that live in poverty. Or let's say you're on the higher end where you're making $3,000 or $4,000 a month. You guys made that fine, but now you suddenly need $1,000 per child, and you don't think that the men have figured out that you're spending it on yourself or you're not spending correctly because you're overspending and you want him to compensate for your bills. He ends up paying for his house, your house, everything in between, the extracurricular activities. You get money from your parents, the government, and anybody else who can help you, and he gets shitted on and less time with his kids. Make it make sense. Okay, bye.
There is this super cool thing called a vasectomy. You're welcome.
I was the lawyer for the woman who was paying her $2,000 a month child support to her ex-husband in literal coins as a symbolic gesture that he was nickel and diming her. While they were married, my client made 6 figures a year at a 9-to-5 job and paid all of her taxes. Her husband was self-employed and made way more than her, but cheated on his taxes so much that he made it look like he was only making $20,000 a year. When they were getting divorced, the judge saw that she made more than him and decided that she needed to pay him child support. She knew there was no way she could prove how much money he actually made, so she decided at that point to go the petty route. She used her position as a bank manager to procure large amounts of nickels and dimes and run them through the coin counter so that she could put them in bags and throw them on his porch every month when she owed her child support. One day she tossed the bag of dimes at his door while he was simultaneously opening the door to leave for work. The bag clocks him and dislocates his shoulder. He has been unable to work, and since he's claiming unemployment based on his artificially low numbers, he's about to foreclose on his house because he can no longer afford the payments.
You mean he didn't sue her for dislocating his shoulder? I'm surprised she's not paying his mortgage because now he can't work.
As expected, there are a lot of non-lawyers talking about why Halle Berry has to pay $8,000 a month in child support, so let's talk about it. First thing we have to remember is that child support is gender neutral. So whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to have to pay child support if you have significantly less time with the child or you make significantly more. So even when people have 50-50 custody, someone will have to pay child support if one person makes way more than the other person. $8,000 a month is a lot to us because we aren't millionaires. But if you run the numbers, that's about 4.8% of her annual income, which is nothing. It's the equivalent of someone making $60,000 a year and paying only $240 a month in child support. Or someone making $100,000 a year and paying about $500 a month in child support. Bottom line, it's nothing for her. There are some people speculating that she is somehow unfit and that's why she's paying child support. Child support is not tied to fitness. It's tied to time with the child and annual income. Also, if she wasn't fit and her husband agreed to share custody, that means he's also not making good choices. I hope this helped you better understand why she's paying what she's paying.
The child needs to have similar comforts with both parents. If the other parent can't provide that on their income, child support needs to happen. Women need to understand this before bringing children into the world for the sake of some money.
If you get child support and you're spending it on your child, you are doing it wrong. Child support is not for the child, it is for the parent. Child support equals parent support because without me, the child wouldn't exist. So technically, I'm the one who deserves the benefits. And let's be real, the child wouldn't even know the difference. Whether it's paying for their needs or paying for my spa day, they're still gonna get up, eat, and go about their little kid business. My children don't need new clothes. They simply wear hand-me-downs. So I'm the one who buys myself new outfits. If I'm exhausted, I'll be a bad parent. And you know what's the solution for all of that? Using the child support for a massage, facial, and a weekend getaway. It's for myself, but it's really for the kids. I carried those kids for 9 months. This is my lifelong refund. Think of child support as a reimbursement plan for the pain and suffering of pregnancy. Kids don't even appreciate nice things, so why am I going to waste child support on them when I could just buy things for myself that I know I will appreciate and not break within 2 seconds of me getting it?
A hot mess, everyone. Wait till the judge sees this.
I'm the first one on Kid L to admit that I pay child support. They will put you on child support, but the child support that I pay, I don't complain about that shit. I do what I gotta do because it's for the child.
Wait. You have to pay child support?
Yeah, because if one parent, and that's fair. That's fair for me to pay child support. And you want to know why? Because we both have joint legal custody, but of course the children stay with him. You know, my daughter's 18 now and my son is 12. But that's fair because when the children were living with me, he was paying child support. So I had already knew that they was going to put me on child support.
Most of the time, accountability gets dodged with excuses, deflection, or emotional manipulation. But here, you see a woman actually owning her choices and handling her part without turning it into drama. That's powerful, and that's how it should be.
How much money you make a year?
About 60,000.
This girl here don't want to take care of her kids. I've been had her kids forever.
When you say forever, what's forever?
4-year-old been with me since he was a baby. And now the 2-year-old, she was 5 months.
Your kids have pretty much been with your aunt their entire lives.
I'm a hairstylist. I do hair.
Your hair is pretty.
Thank you. I travel for my work, and I have to do hair, make appointments.
She probably doing something strange for a piece of change too.
Oh, where's the daddy?
I don't know, he in them streets.
Oh, it sounds like you are too.
No. So I pay for these kids, like I bring them food,
She
I bring
brings them
clothes.
McDonald's, a Happy Meal. Maybe
Every kid love a Happy Meal.
You should know better. And I'm not looking for a response right now because as cute as your hair is, that attitude is not looking real good. Support obligation to $1,582 per month.
I'm sorry, you said 1,000 what?
Child support isn't sexist. It's reality. Freedom was never free. It comes with a price tag, and now the bill is due. Harsh? Maybe, but it's fair. Welcome to actual equality. You don't get to pick and choose the parts you like and run from the ones you don't.
You're the one that's going to pay him child support today.
What?
Yeah, you are.
He makes like 3 times as much money as I do. I have to give him my money.
It's for the child, so yes. But the good thing is, it's based on your income. You'll get credit for the other child that you're 8-month-old, you'll get credit for that child. But yes, you are going to pay him child support. That's just the right thing to do. It's one child between the two of you, okay? And health insurance, I'm assuming you pay it.
Yes.
How much is it?
$66 a month.
And how much do you make a year?
$38,000.
Your child support obligation comes out to $423.69 plus the $66 you're going to reimburse him for health insurance.
$489.69.
Did you need me to repeat it?
I'm asking you, $489. I have to give him almost $500 a month.
Yeah, that's how it works. Did you really think that I was going to have him pay you child support?
No, I just wanted my baby.
Your first answer was no, so then you understand exactly why you have to pay child support.
This isn't rocket science. If you can't handle the cost, don't have kids. And if you're not ready for the responsibility, there's a simple solution: birth control. Too many people want the fun without the fallout, and then cry foul when accountability finally shows up.
Yes, you are exactly right. Paying motherfucking child support as a mother is savage work. But at the end of the day, this savage did some work in order to have to pay motherfucking child support. I did some fucked up ass shit. Now my children are with my godmama, being well taken care of, and I have to pay child support. That's it, that's all. Y'all will hear that story later. But yeah, and I got baby daddies that is running from $25 a month. But I gotta pay $8 some a month. Yeah, all that. Yeah.
If dad's got custody, then mom pays. Simple. But here come the double standards. When a man gets hit with child support, it's deadbeat, step up, take care of your kid. Yet when a woman has to pay, suddenly it's all queen behavior. and cheers like she did something heroic.
The person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more?
Yes.
While your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
Okay, yeah, but?
Like maybe once a month, you know, maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
What's more often than that?
If the kid lives with one parent most of the time, the other one should be paying support. End of discussion. That's how responsibility works. You don't get to dip out just because it's inconvenient or because the court flipped the script.
I only make $35,000 a year, and I'm paying child support, and she's making a little over $200,000 a year. I just need a little help.
Who is paying child support in this case?
And I have custody of my boys. She goes on vacation. She's out of town all the time. I've had my boys for 7 weeks straight. She hasn't seen her boys in 7 weeks.
7 weeks straight. You make about $125,000 and then an additional $25,000 doing Herbalife. This man only makes $35,000 and you think he should still be paying child support and he has the children more than you? Is that what you're asking me to do? You make $150,000 a year. See, you're playing games. What has she done with the boys?
She takes them to Paris. They go overseas. They've been on Disney cruises. Every time she gets them, they're going somewhere.
$1,456 a month. And it's not to punish you for having a great job. That's awesome. However, when you think about what's in the best interest of these children, they can't go to Disneyland and do all of that with dad.
The judge who first forced him to pay child support needs to be removed from the bench. That ruling was a disgrace, and it punished a father who was clearly stepping up for his kids.
I'm giving this point of view as a sister, auntie, and friend. If a man finds out that a child isn't his, the woman should be forced to pay back the child support. But you should have known that, fellas, day one, because a paternity test should be given day one of birth. Soon as the baby come out, don't even have the mucus off of it. And if a woman gets offended, then it's just like, sis, let that man be sure. Never have a hiccup in your relationship, even if that's the only person you ever been with. Let's normalize that. With that being said, I think that woman should also pay interest. Kind of like when you fill out your unemployment paperwork, and if you worked and you say you didn't work, they make you pay the money back plus a penalty of 30%. I think sis should have to pay back 30%. Yeah, run all that money back, because you's a liar. You deceitful. And anytime you lie to any government entity, you have to pay them back. And this is a kind of like court records and stuff. Yeah, interest should be paid. And if you don't have my money, sis, no more girls trips, okay? Yeah, taking your passport, because you owe me money. Just like when men don't pay their child support, they can't travel out of the country. Same thing. You can lose your license, sis. Suspend it. You don't play with people's lives like that. You knew when you was ovulating.
A simple test at the start would eliminate all the drama and protect kids, fathers, and even mothers from years of courtroom battles. It's basic accountability, and it's long overdue.
So in regards to my last video, somebody said, so you'll never put your baby daddy on child support? And the answer is no. Let me tell you why. I'll never put my baby father on child support because I have to deal with this man for eternity, okay? It's not just 18 years. Like, life doesn't just stop at that. No. Until I'm gone, he's gone, or the baby's gone, we have to communicate because I believe in family. So until one of those things happen, that man needs to be your friend. Now, I'm not saying you got to sleep with him or you still got to be with him or you got to follow his direction. No, but it pays to build a friendship with that man. And you can't build a friendship when you get the courts involved to put him on child support to make these small ass payments because you're low key living off the payments. And some women aren't. They really support the child with the payments. But for the ones that don't, they collect the child support to be spiteful and to, you know, try to help maintain their life. I'm not built for that, okay? I would rather just work a little bit harder and deal with the headache of having to work a little bit harder or go a little bit harder than to put my baby daddy on child support. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting my baby father on child support. We need to be friends. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want to be present, I'm not going to force you to be present. You don't want to be here? Well, shit, I don't either. I catch red flags real quick. So if I felt like at any point during the pregnancy or prior to you were giving me, you don't want the baby vibes, I'm pro-choice. So we can, no problem. I don't believe in the soul of the baby. No. You don't want it, I don't want it either. But I'm not putting my baby daddy on child support. No.
A very good example of how responsibility should be taken instead of blamed. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.